Heart of the Perfectional Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time. Bhagavan was dwelling on a mass of vultures mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara. How should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Sharadvatiputra. Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly, completely awaken to the unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared, Tayata, Om, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhi, Soha. Sariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train on the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from that concentration, commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that. It is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoiced. The Bhagavan having thus spoken, the Venerable Sharadvatiputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding it in entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Bhagavan. Saji Bhakti Juk Sing Mero Rani Jing Larajo Pancho Idam Guru Ratna Mahadala Sangye Chalam Soji Chanam La Janchu Badu Dagi Kapsuchi
Dagi Jizong Jibe Sonam Ye Jola Peche Sange Drupasho Sanje Chodang Soji Chonam La Jancho Pardu Dagni Kapsu Chui Dagi Jizong Jibe Sonam Ye Jola Peche Sange Drupasho Sangye Chodang Soki Chonam La Jaksha Badu Dagi Suchi Dagi Chizon Je Sonam Ye Zola Peche Sangye Drupa Sho Angye to the news on it, our Tanje Bambeche, and each one in terms of Condantella Chasa. Tony ni Jason den Jibel and Jason the Kanje then to Katana, the Matinza Jason, and so on the session. Ambola Gedano Dan Juge, Devoda Mi, Genadan, Conjetana Jizala, Tanjeke, Dagi, Jendon. Okay, so now we are going to do the breath meditation, a few minutes, please. We should breathe 7 times into nostrils and breathe 7 times about nostrils. Count your breath, watch your breath, be aware of breath. Just focus on your breath. Just look at your breath. Breathe 7 times about the nostrils. We should visualize when it breathes out, all the negative comments come out with breath. All the problems, all the disease, all the negative emotions come out with breath. And when we breathe in, we visualize, receive all the goodness, compassion, love, kindness from Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and from all the Bodhisattvas. As I mentioned, there are many benefits to this meditation, both physical, mental, and emotions. Through these meditations, we can increase our positive energy and mindfulness, awareness. And the purpose of this meditation, mind is to be free from distractions and make good balance of mind. So we should understand that is the what is the value of this breath meditation? If we meditate on breath constantly, definitely we will can improve our meditation and concentration. And this breath meditation is, very special for make good balance of mind. So this is very important, basic meditation for all of our practices and meditations. Okay, anyway, so now we are going to meditation on mind for a few minutes. Meditation mind. Where does the mind's essence reside? Where is mind? We need to know where is mind and what is mind. We should understand mind's reality, the real nature of the mind. Mind is not any form and not color, and we can't touch it. Mind has potential to know everything, see everything. Mind itself very bright and light and cleans. According to the Buddhism's idea, in Buddhist idea, mind power is unlimited. It is very powerful. We try to find out our mind. Where is mind? In our body, in our heart, in our brain. Where is our mind? First, we should understand this kind of, nature of the mind. Then we can control our mind. Then we can develop our mind. Then we can change mind issues for better. Where is mind? Really, it's, if we don't understand about mind, if we don't understand about mind, then we can't change our mind. How we can change? How we can develop? Through the meditation of mind, we can change mind. We can control mind. Okay, thank you. So today's topic also about Orange Manjushri. We should practice Orange Manjushri meditation in order to receive the 7 types of wisdom. Okay. So first we should understand why we need to practice Manjushri. Why? Because we need to, develop wisdom. Especially, we should practice Orange Manjushri in order to receive the 7 types of wisdom. Especially when we recite mantra, when we meditate on Manjushri, and whatever we do, this in order to receive, wisdom. Actually, as I mentioned, after offering, make offering, then we start, after that we engage in a meditate on Manjushri and recite mantra of Manjushri, After make offering, after that, we engage in meditate on Manjushri and to recite mantra of Manjushri in order to receive the 7 types of wisdom. Okay? So, as I mentioned, why we should practice, Manjushri? Because we need to receive, the 7 types of wisdom. As I mentioned, the essence and true purpose of the Buddhism is not to be rich and famous or very powerful, or not to, the happiness and peace of this life. The real purpose of the Buddhism is to, transform the mind and realize the true nature of things. Okay, this is the purpose of Buddhism. Please, you should understand, okay? The essence and the truth purpose of the Buddhism is not to be rich and famous and powerful, not to have the happiness and peace of peace of this life. The real purpose of Dharma is to transform transform the mind and realize the true nature of life, true nature of the things. This is the purpose of our Buddhism. Because without transforming our minds, we can't achieve happiness in the next life, even this life. And we cannot make meaningful this precious life without, change our mind, attitude for better. For that, we must do, our own research and analyze and learn, study, and practice to develop wisdom. Main purpose of learning and study and practice, develop wisdom. Why we need to learn, why we need to meditate, why we need to understand more about Buddhism, because we need to develop, wisdom. It's very clear without, our own research and examine, it is very difficult to benefit. only listen, only receive some teachings without check, without exam, without analyze, without research. It is very difficult to benefit. That's why we need more research and analyze. If we don't have wisdom, then we can't honor our research. Of course, we can find out if it is good or bad, tasty or not. As Buddha says, by the examining it, not by the practice and examining, you will not find out anything. Really, this is very clear. Without practice, without meditate, without analyze, how we know good or bad? How can we get tasty or not? So we need practice more and meditate more. Without analysis and without research about Buddhism, you will never know, good or bad, or and especially you will never know good or bad, tasty or not, without the practice. Therefore, we need to learn more, meditate more, and practice more. Then we will know something, definitely. So we need to understand that in order to transform our minds and transform our attitude. So wisdom is most important for that. Wisdom is the most important for transform our minds and transform our attitudes. Wisdom is most important for understanding nature of reality. The true reason. Wisdom is the most important for transforming our minds and change our attitudes and control mind and develop mind. And wisdom is the most important for understand reality, nature of reality. So we need to develop, wisdom. Buddha said, wisdom is the true lamp of our lives. And wisdom is the true lamp to be free from ignorance. Therefore, we need to develop wisdom for this life and for next life as well. As I mentioned, without wisdom, even if you practice compassion and bodhicitta for the whole of your life, will not be free from even delusions, ignorance, problems. Because wisdom and method have different potentials and different functions. We should understand this is very important, okay? Wisdom and method, they have different potential, different function. Without wisdom, you can practice compassion and bodhicitta for whole life, but you can't be free from ignorance and free from suffering, free from obstacles. For example, if you have very stone hand, okay, empty hand, But you can't cut meat and potato and vegetables, you know. Actually, you have very strong and big hand. Exactly same. So we should understand, you know, without something, a knife and without a tool, we can't cut. Exactly same, without wisdom, we can't cut ignorance, root of ignorance, root of suffering, root of problems, you know, obstacles. That's why we need receive wisdom from Manjushri, and we need develop uh, develop wisdom through this practice of Manjushri, you know. As I mentioned, because Manjushri is, you know, Buddha of wisdom. Manjushri has some special potential to, you know, blessing and power and potential to develop, you know, wisdom. Actually, all the Buddhas are same nature, same quality, but still they have sometimes, you know, different, you know, benefit to others due to, you know, due to their prayer and dedication before they achieve Buddhahood. So you should understand too, you know, it's the same. If we to cut something, you know, meat or what, we need to tool. In the same way, we need to wisdom to cut ignorance and delusions. So we should practice Orange Manjushri and meditate on Orange Manjushri in order to receive the 7 types of wisdom. And we need to recite the mantra, Manjushri mantra in order to receive the 7 types of wisdom. The 7 types of wisdom are, you know, the first one is great wisdom, big wisdom, you know. Second is, you know, clear wisdom, very clear. And third one is quickly, very quick wisdom, quickly, okay? And fourth one is a profound wisdom. And 5, wisdom of explanation, and teach. And 6th, wisdom of debating, you know, debating to each other, you know. And 7th, wisdom of writing, compose, you know. Okay. Understand? You clear, yeah? First one is great wisdom, and second one is clear wisdom, and quick wisdom, and profound wisdom, wisdom of explanation, and wisdom of debating, and wisdom of writing. Many different wisdoms, but all the wisdoms included these 7 wisdoms, you know. So when we listen to, you know, mantra of Manjushri mantra and meditate on Manjushri, we should visualize, you know, please give me blessing to achieve great understanding, which is able to understand and explain the meaning of, you know, extensive, scriptures, Buddhist teachings, without, any hesitation. Okay? When we recite mantra and meditate on Manjushri, we should visualize and ask to Manjushri, please grant me blessing to achieve great understanding, which is able to understand and explain the meaning of the Buddhist teachings without any hesitation. And please give me understanding in the form of orange colored nectar beams, and it's a pure, Lord of Manjushri. And emitted from Manjushri. Observing into me and feelings, my whole body. Whatever, when we recite the mantra and meditate on Manjushri, we should request to Manjushri, please give me, wisdom. And as I mentioned, many different nectars come from, Manjushri and into our body and purify negative karmas and ignorance. And observe into our body and feeling our whole body. Then it's the atoms of nectars and which are clear. The great understanding of the, victorious ones and their sons in the form of the deities, holy bodies, observe into me and feel my whole body. However, when we recite a mantra, sometimes we need to, visualize like that. Manjushri has one knife, okay? One what is sword, okay? This sword, what is done to your side, your heart, and come nectar and wisdom come with this knife. This is what is sword. Your heart. And then you recite the mantra, many different wisdoms and nectars, and many different rains, beings come from, this, come with, this sword. And also you can visualize one moon desk, and once here you visualize, sliver of Arapachana D. You visualize in center of your heart. And then you recite the mantra, Please grant me, please give me blessing of great understanding and great wisdom. And we request, please give me grant me blessing to achieve, clear wisdom. First, we ask to Manjushri, please grant me achieve, great wisdom. Okay. Second, we should visualize and please grant me blessing to achieve, clear wisdom. Number two, clear wisdom. For example, which can understand and clarify the detail of very subtle, extremely difficult points without resistances. So, for example, so we need to develop great wisdom and clear wisdom. Without clear wisdom, we can't understand well, which was a very difficult point of Buddhist view, Buddhist teachings. So we recite the mantra and ask to, Manjushri, please give me clear, clear wisdom, please, and recite the mantra. And, many different wisdoms and especially clear wisdom come from Manjushri. And especially from Manjushri's, what is sorrow and Dhamma book, Then this kind of different wisdoms and nectars and many different lights, breaths, into your body and clarify your body, speech, mind. And in this way, you develop and, clear wisdom. Okay? And recent Omara Pachana Di. Sometimes you visualize Omara Pachana Di. This is the libra, once like a mala, center of your heart. And this Omara Pachana Di, Omara Pachana Di. And in this way, through this practice, you can visualize or you can develop, clear wisdom and great wisdom. And third, please grant me blessing to achieve, quick wisdom, quick. If you have a quick wisdom, you can understand very easily and you can understand very fast. And you can develop, wisdom very fast. That's why we need to receive, quick wisdom from Manjushri with this practice, especially with this recitation. So many different actors, different bright lights come from Manjushri and Manjushri's, especially from Manjushri's, speech, mind, body, and special Dharma book and what else? Thought. And this kind of things into your body and, purify your body, speech, mind. And through this practice, you develop quick wisdom. And fourth, it's actually same. We should visualize when you practice recent mantra of Manjushri and visualize and meditate on Manjushri. Please grant me, please give me blessing to achieve profound wisdom. Profound. Which can understand as explains many of Buddha's teachings with a very depth and without any hesitation. Especially if you develop profound wisdom, then you can understand very deep depth and you can understand very well and clearly, and if you understand, very profound. That's why we need to develop, profound wisdom. Profound wisdom is like exactly actually same in the form of orange, color, nectar of the beams, forth, clarified as the implements, test, and this book and sword. And as I mentioned before, it's exactly the same when you recite a mantra and you request to Manjushri, please grant me blessing to achieve, profound wisdom. And you can visualize you getting, profound wisdom from Manjushri. And also the same when you recite mantra and meditate on Manjushri, please grant me blessing to achieve wisdom to explain, wisdom of explanation. Explain on Dharma, which give the definite and spread me, understand of all the meaning of all the Buddhist teachings. If you have this wisdom of explanation, then you can explain very clearly, and you can explain very easily, and you can explain all the meaning of all the Buddhist teachings. That means wisdom to explain the Dharma. And as I mentioned before, it's just the same. We should visualize when we recite the mantra. You request and visualize, many different nectars and wisdoms come from Manjushri and into our body and cleanse our speech, mind, body, and we receive, wisdom of explanation. Also for 5, please grant me blessing to achieve, debating wisdom. This is also very important, debating wisdom, which enables one to achieve, braveries over evil debate without any hesitation. Debate wisdom. If you have this wisdom, then you can debate well, you can research, you can analyze, you can examine, and you can explain, you can write in everything you can do, So this is also very important. As I mentioned, there are 2 different meditations. One is, single pointed meditation, and one is, analytical meditation. Analytical meditation means, debating and discussion, and we need, on our research and debate each other. Also very important sometimes, about emptiness, about impermanence, about compassion. Really, this is very important. What is meaning of impermanence? What is meaning of emptiness? How many different emptiness? How many different impermanence? Then, question answer and debate each other. This is very important. In this way, we can develop wisdom. For example, what is the cause of suffering? What is the cause of happiness? We should understand. How many different causes of happiness? How many different causes of happiness and suffering? For example, So the debate wisdom is very important. And the last ones, please, give me blessed to achieve, ready wisdom, wisdom of ready. Which makes meaning and sound and perfect, perfect, and gives clear understanding and happiness, something, for example, and ready wisdom. So as I mentioned, if you practice Orange Manjushri and if you recite Omara Bhatanadi, mantra of Manjushri, and if you have faith and belief with Manjushri, definitely you can develop wisdom and you can generate, wisdom. But as I mentioned, we need we need faith and belief. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Not only recite mantra, not only meditate. We need faith, very pure faith, and very strong belief. We need, faith support and belief support to our meditation and recitation. Then definitely you will find something special result from your practice of Manjushri. Otherwise, no, very difficult. Without belief and without faith, you recite 100 times, 100,000 times, and for lifetimes you recite this mantra, but very difficult to you get something special wisdom. So we need to believe within Manjushri. Manjushri is, Buddha of wisdom. Manjushri has, all the wisdom powers from of all the Buddhas. So actually, as I mentioned, we will start to recite the mantra for the Manjushri Buddha. With this recitation, we should, visualize very clearly white color of nectars and many different rays of lights coming down on, on our crown or head from the Manjushri Buddha's whole body and hands, and with special nectars coming from his sword in his right hand. And this sword represents the Manjushri Buddha's, Manjushri Buddha's wisdom. And especially this symbolize cutting, of our ignorance. And so we should visualize the coming down from nectars, from Manjushri Buddha's Dhamma book in the left hand, also from this mind and speech and body, and into our body, and purify our speech, mind, body. And we visualize and rejoice, joy, receive this kind of wisdom from Buddha's Manjushri Buddha. After that, then we should recite, this Om Benza Sato, 100 syllables of mantra. After you recite, when you stop, when you conclusion, you must recite, Om Benza Sato, Sama Manipala Benza Sato. 3 times. Okay. First times, you visualize. When you listen the first times, you visualize, purify, negative karma of your speech, body. And second, you should visualize, purify, all the negative karma of speech. Third, when you listen the third time, you visualize, purify all the negative karma of your mind. Then you can do dedication and, whatever you want, make prayer. So this is, very briefly and very short, how to practice Manjushri, Actually, it's very profound and very powerful, very, 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 benefit. Okay, so maybe today I'm stop here and we maybe talk more. This what is question answer? Debate, yeah. If you want to debate each other, you can really.
Do you have any questions online? Please raise your hand.
Any questions here? Come on. Karen, you must have a question. Oh,
No. With the Yamataka coming up in June, how does that stand versus Manjushri empowerment? Which is, if you had to choose, or is choice the wrong word?
Manjushri Yamataka. Actually, same.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't.
Especially Yamataka is manifestation for, Manjushri.
Okay.
But still there are many different, not is, same at all. Manjushri is, higher than what is lower tantra, okay? According to, we have many different tantra practices. Yamataka is a higher tantra. And Manjushri is a lower tantra. And Manjushri is, peaceful. And Yamataka is very wrathful. Okay? So there are many differences.
We do have a question online.
Doesn't wisdom, though, trump I mean, Yamataka is the destroyer of death, right? Of obstacles. But doesn't wisdom, isn't that a higher concept, really? This destruction of obstacles? I just don't understand why Yamataka would be highest tantra practice and Manjushri would be a lower practice. I would think that would be the most ultimate practice in a lot of ways, that compassion.
Yes, actually, I mentioned that before. All the Buddhas are same nature, they have, same quality. Okay? But all the Buddhas have a different form and different color and different, the hand mudra and different something in the hands. Because they have a different purpose, different meaning. Why some Buddhas, intentionally they take the wrathful form? Why? Because they have a different purpose, different motivation. For example, these motivations, they have before they achieve Buddhahood. Okay? They made different prayers, they made different dedication, and different intention, different motivation. That's why Buddhists have different color, different form. And especially if you need, really compassion power, then you need to practice what is Avalokiteshvara, because the Avalokiteshvara is Buddha of compassion. If you need, wisdom, you need to practice, Manjushri. It's more close and more easy to get wisdom power from Manjushri, because Manjushri is, Buddha of wisdom. Actually, Miyamedaka is Manjushri, same nature, same Buddha, but different form, different color, different body, what is it? Gesture, form. And of course, they have a different purpose, different meaning. Because as I mentioned, due to, depends on their prayer and dedication before they achieve Buddhahood. Not that only. So, of course, Yamataka is a higher Tantra. Actually, there are two, three different Yamatakas, many different Yamatakas also. Okay, anyway.
We talked about the sword coming into the heart, and that I understand, but what is the circle with the noise? Is that like in other traditions, like a chakra wheel that are either clockwise or counterclockwise for energy in the body, or what?
Okay.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Actually, of course, according to Buddhism tradition and according to Hindu traditions, we believe we have different chakras, different wheels. Also, according to the Buddhist Tantra practice, we have, according to Tantra, we have, 4 different chakras. Yes. And when you practice, Manjushri, you don't need to visualize and chakra, but you visualize heart. On the heart, one special, this moon disk, okay? On the moon, then you visualize Omara Patsanadi. Once this sliver, Omara Patsanadi. And you visualize this sliver is like a mala, what is? Circulate? Yeah, like mala. Yes. And then you recite a mantra. Omara Patsanadi, many different, nectars, different lights, come from this sliver. And you offer it to Buddha Dhammasanga and all the bodhisattvas. And the second time, so you visualize this lights, this nectars goes to hell realm and animal realms and hungry ghost realms, and to, cut it there, make clear away their, ignorance. And third, you visualize, now I purify all my negative karma of speech, mind, body. And especially as I mentioned, Manjushri, so what is thought? Manjushri thought, come to what is your heart. And many different nectars, different wisdoms come through this thought. And this top of the thought, exactly same on your heart. Okay.
Mary?
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Shankar. Geshe, this question is about the 7 types of wisdom. I'm wondering, are they in order in terms of profoundness or difficulty?
What?
Maybe not. Okay.
Okay. Yes. This actually, all of this wisdom is very important. But if we really, think about these 7 different, wisdoms, slightly different between all of this. Okay, especially because especially, for example, profound wisdom means if you have profound wisdom, you understand very depth. If you have, the quick, wisdom, you understand very fast and very quickly. And if you have, this ready, wisdom of ready, you can write well. So different, little bit different. They have a different function, different power, different potential. And what is exactly?
She wanted to know if they were listed and if they were least importance to more or least difficult to more difficult.
Difficulty, in terms of difficulty, Nancy.
Which one more difficulty? That's, yeah, profound is I think, this is a more difficult one. Yes, of course. Ready debating, not that much difficult. The most difficult to understand depth and understand profound meaning of the Buddha's teachings. Yeah.
Then I have a follow-up question. I hope that's okay.
No.
My follow-up question is this. If I learn one of the wisdoms, does it help me if I realize, for example, if I realize quick wisdom, one of them, will it help me to realize the other ones more quickly? I mean, it could be any wisdom. If I understand profound wisdom first, if I
Yes,
get one realization, it will? Okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah. This
Okay,
is, yeah.
thank you.
True. This relate to each other, of course, If you have quick wisdom, then you can develop other wisdoms very easily. And you understand well, profound, and also you can write well, debate well. Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Tenzin Chosang has a question as well online.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Once I practice this a lot and get good at it or proficient, can I use this practice as a prayer for other people I know studying or taking tests, such as Geshe-ma?
What is exactly?
So if she learns this practice proficiently.
Manjushri practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or studying the Dharma.
Yes. This, yeah. You can dedicate to all the people, all the human beings, all the sentient beings. Yeah, yes, we can. Yeah, of course, as I mentioned, we can share our compassion and love and kindness and wisdom to all the sentient beings. As I mentioned, when we breathe out, we visualize all this goodness, wisdoms, and understandings and goodness, and all this compassions, loves, kindness we send to other people, other sentient beings. Definitely, this benefit to others. We can share feel, and understanding, and what we have, wisdom, compassion, kindness. All this goodness we can share with other people. Especially mentally, we can share. Mentally, we can dedicate to others. Okay.
Mary Camille?
Geshe-la, thank you so much for the teaching. I'm wondering if you could give us your perspective on why His Holiness the Dalai Lama recommended chanting the noble names of Manjushri for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche.
Why? I really don't know, you know. Maybe of course, Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Manjushri have, you know, special relationship. Really. Of course. So, actually, as I mentioned, all the Buddhas the same nature, the same quality, but they have a different purpose and a different benefit to others, because it depends on, you know, their prayer and dedication before they achieve Buddhahood. That's why, whatever, you know, Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Manjushri maybe have a very special relationship. Of course, Lama Zopa Rinpoche manifestation of Manjushri. That's why maybe Holiness, you know, recommended us recently his prayers. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Any other questions here? I have a question, Geshe-la. So, so these 7 wisdoms are also there in the Ganda Lagyama practice, right? So my question is, you know, and that comes with a bunch of different visualizations. So is that the same? Are those the same visualizations as with the 7 wisdoms and the Manjushri practice you mentioned? Or they're the same ones, or you can come?
Same.
Same. Okay.
Because Lama Tsongkhapa also manifestation of Manjushri and Avalokiteshvara and Vajrapani. So exactly you can do the same prayer, okay? And visualization and prayer and dedication and make offerings, everything the same. We can do same.
Okay, thank you. Is that it? Okay. Looks like that's it, Geshe-la.
No, maybe you want to debate each other, no?
All right, Nancy, come on. $42. Okay. You ask us question, Geshe-la, to debate then.
Okay. What did you understand about Manjushri? First you Shanga, okay?
What did I understand about Manjushri?
Yes.
So Manjushri is the Buddha of wisdom, and
Very good.
and although all Buddhas have the same nature, so all Buddhas have wisdom, compassion, and so on, but Manjushri is the embodiment of wisdom because I expect, because of his vows and his prayers and so on, right? So that's a special relationship with wisdom, is I guess Manjushri. Does that answer your question?
Yes, good.
Okay.
Good.
Anybody have a better answer?
Yes, if you have. So why, you know, such important wisdom? Why? Give me answer.
Without the wisdom of Manjushri, we won't be able to cut the root of samsara. And we won't be able to cut the root of samsara without the wisdom.
Very good. What is the difference between method and wisdom? What is method? What is wisdom?
Maybe with method we can become compassionate and giving, but we need wisdom in order to cut ignorance. and
What is a
growth.
method? What is wisdom?
Method is developing compassion, and wisdom is developing the knowledge of emptiness. And
Okay.
they're called to two collections. You have to complete both collections in order to achieve Buddhahood. And each helps the other. You can't, as you get more wisdom, you're able to get more compassion. They aid each other.
Very good. Compassion and bodhisattvas are, this method, okay? Emptiness, understand emptiness and realization of emptiness and impermanence, wisdom. They're two different merits, okay? Merits of method, merits of wisdom. For example, if we have these two wings, then we can fly, okay, over this ocean of samsara. If only we have one wing, we can't fly. That's why we need to, develop compassion and method, and we need to develop wisdom and this realization of emptiness. Okay, emptiness, realization of emptiness is the best wisdom, especially this cutting, ignorance or root of suffering. But only wisdom we can't achieve the Buddhahood. If you only practice only we practice about wisdom, we can't achieve Buddhahood without support from method. Yeah,
Is method action?
method is wisdom. What is compassion and bodhicitta, for example. Okay, as I mentioned, without exactly, wisdom is same like, tool, okay? Knife, for cutting, okay? And with method, exactly same like our hand. Without hand, you can't cut. With, you can't use, tools. Of course, without, this tool, you can't cut, ignorance. That's why we need, practice. We need practice in a combination with wisdom and method. Okay.
Anybody online want to volunteer to be asked to debate with Geshe-la? No. Okay.
Mary Moenberg has some debating ability.
Who is that?
Mary Moenberg.
I think you've been volunteered, Mary. It's
I've been chatting my responses.
okay.
I have a
She's been
quick question.
shanghaied.
So with the full realization of emptiness, is one released from suffering?
Yes, then very easy. Yeah, easy to be free from the suffering of samsara, because you have a realization of ignorance. What is emptiness? Now you have, this weapon. So now you can fight.
So Geshe-la, then just a clarification. So if you have realization, yeah. So you have a direct realization. So okay. So if you're an arhat, right? So you're on the path of seeing, right?
Yes.
So you are free from suffering in the sense that you are no longer subject to the karma and its delusions, right? So you have eradicated the gross delusions, but you still have the
Ignorance.
the stains, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you no longer, the bad karma is no longer going to manifest, right? The throwing karma won't happen, right? Correct.
Yes. Still we need to meditate on part of meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So according to the Hinayana, practice, some of them have realization of emptiness, but they don't have compassion and love and what is bodhicitta. So they can't achieve Buddhahood. But they can achieve liberation. But it's okay. This is a little bit difficult for you. This is because this is according to different view, different schools. They explain the different accept different view according to different schools. They explain different.
You mean different Mahayana schools? Or?
Yeah, Mahayana, Hinayana, and four different schools.
Yeah. Shashank has a question.
Geshe-la, in so many classes, we talk about motivation, but is motivation similar or the same as devotion?
Good question, but a little different.
How is it different? Thank you.
Devotion is quite faith, yeah? Isn't it? Faith and devotion is the same. Motivation and intention, same, I think, So still different, slightly different between motivation and devotion. Okay? So.
You can have bad motivation, but can you have bad devotion? No,
motivation, bad devotion.
I mean, is devotion, I guess faith, if devotion is the same as faith, and faith is one of the positive mental factors, right? So you can't have bad devotion then, right? You can't have bad faith.
I don't think so. According to Buddhism, the faith means something like very pure faith, not like belief. Belief and difference between belief and faith. Belief maybe, something believed, some bad people, bad. I think faith is different.
Yeah. Last night in Scott's talk, it was really great. He said, he quoted someone, he said, fake compassion is narcissism.
Fake compassion. Yes. Fake compassion. In Tibet, we say something different. Yeah. This is not fake compassion. We call Nijin Golo. Nijin Golo means okay, it's quite similar to the fake compassion.
I think that could be fake devotion, couldn't it? Because some people pretend they're devoted and they're not.
No, this may be not fake compassion, the wrong compassion. Okay? Wrong compassion. For example, one person, very big mistake. Okay? Maybe, for example, okay, maybe society, he or she want to society, At that moment, if for example, if he don't want to listen us, okay, we can't, if you give some advice and don't society, but still he don't want to listen, then what do we want to do? Still, if you compassion to him, just keep quiet and control yourself. Maybe he will die. So at that moment, you must save him falsely. At that moment, you can't compassion to him. If you compassion, then it's the wrong compassion. He will die. He will suicide. And there are many different examples, but I can't remember. Whatever, the wrong compassion. We can call wrong compassion.
So I think you mean, so in that case, you kind of mean like knowing the correct skillful means and how to deal with that person. That's what
Yes.
if you don't have the right skillful means,
Yeah.
then it's the wrong type of compassion or wrong type of anything for that matter.
Yes, yes.
And skillful means comes from wisdom, right? So you need the ignorant, you need to have wisdom, right? To know
Yes, yes.
skillful means. So that's the
Yes.
two wings again.
Yes.
Anything else? Anyone else?
No more?
Yeah.
Okay,
Prayers.
please,
Nothing
prayer.
online, Shankan.
Michael, if you would put the prayers up, please.
Quickly attain the state of a guru Buddha. And all beings without exception.
Changchu Samcho Rinpoche, Ma Ke Panam Ke Gyurche, Ke Wa Nampa Me Bayam, Gong Gong Di Be War Sho. Gangri Rawe Kole Sinkam De, Tendang Dewa Malu Jure, Chenro Zingwang Tenzing Gatso Yi. Prayer for Rinpoche's swift return. Fearless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Lozang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of infinite lands, please bestow the virtue of goodness and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice. You wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable Venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for us, your fortunate disciples. Please hold Geshe Tashi, Geshe Zopa, and Geshe Cherub's long lives in your hearts. And Venerable Dhondup.
Jisina Gane Badan, Roa Jisina Jiba, Disidan Junin, Roy Donga Sewa Show. Janji Centurum, but Majewana, Chivanya, Bamepaya, Kone Conti Pebs. Jambe Bawachita Chambata, Kundi Sambatia, Tejiti, Teta Kunji Jisida, Gawandita, Tamjera to. Thank you.